Hi, welcome. On this video series, I'm going to be discussing the issue of focus and one of the techniques that I use to achieve focus on the track is called the hold and release technique. You'll find this technique described in my book, Owning the Ground. And what this technique is designed to do is to bring your dog's nose into proper alignment with a true tracking standard. And again, because the focus needs to be on the fact that we're not trading off having a fast dog while we're giving away focus while we're trading that away. And the problem that can create is that as a result we could be missing evidence or be compromising officer safety by way of how we're going about finding the person. So to understand the whole concept of speed, what can be created just from the fact that you have a fast dog is we'll have a dog that is basically we're heading down that slippery slope of a dog that's air sensing, okay, and we're at a run and the dog's air sensing, but again we're compromising the track and we're going to not achieve the full potential, full result that we want. So here what I show is that our goal should be to get the full package. So we have both speed and focus, so that way we're making sure we're going to be achieving the best result during every deployment. So here to describe the whole issue of what the standard is and how to achieve it, when we look at the scent picture here, we look at, say this is the ground, vegetative scent, because again we're following, when we're setting up, achieving this standard, alignment of the track, we will still have been focusing on the basic rural tracking model. So the goal here is we will have got the speed at a really good level. We're actually being objectified. Like I said before, we're kind of along for the ride. The dog is really, kind of kicking in and really gripping the ground, really trying to go forward. It's just really motivated. And again, how to describe this is just like the McDonald's Happy Meal with the toy inside. We're using the bite work and we're layering it up, using it as the motivating agent. We're tapping into the naturalistic prey drive of the dog. So once we've achieved that, then basically this is the ground. The dog's nose is up. Okay, so they are going to be at this point, which is okay because our result is speed first. Okay, because we're connecting dots. We're going about this, we're doing this in stages. But we understand that's the difference. We understand what we're doing. Everything's a means to an end here. So the dog's nose is going to be up because the dog at this point is actually is air sensing. Okay, because again, we want that forward momentum. We want speed. We don't care about anything else at this point. Although, believe it or not, in association, it has been paraded. I mean, there's the dog is establishing. Okay, working through the naturalistic. Scent. Okay, dog is creating association is being made between the human scent and the bite. Okay, just not at the level that or in the zone that we want yet. Okay, so don't worry, it's happening. But again, our focus is just like we're kind of our goal is just to get the gas pedal completely down first before we start tapping the brakes a little bit. But essentially, when we start tapping the brakes, we're only tapping the brakes, and this is where the technique that I described in my book is called hold and release, which I'm going to be discussing in this video here a little bit. But basically, the hold and release technique is just to temporarily tap the brakes. And how I would describe this technique, and if you take, of course, if you're in law enforcement, you take an advanced driver's training. It's kind of going into a corner with your police patrol car and knowing the tolerance, how fast the car can go before losing control, before the back end starts to come out. So what you do is you just kind of tap the brakes a little bit you're going in full throttle, you're going in extremely fast, but you just know enough, just to tap them enough, just so the tires are squealing, okay, the tires are squealing, but the car is still under control. So that's what we're doing here, okay, the car is under control. I mean, we're going in full throttle, and we're just tapping the brakes. This is a hold and release technique, bear this in mind. Tapping the brakes until the dog's nose drops. Okay, we're just tapping them. Okay, just tap, tap, tap. So what we're doing, this technique, is we're actually holding the dog back. Okay, so it becomes a negative. The dog is fixated, wants that bite. We're being objectified. But now what we're doing is we're bringing influence. We're targeting the dog's decision making. Okay, we're saying, no, you're not going forward until something else happens. Okay, we're now the dog's thinking, okay, what's going on here? I'm being halted. And the dog will be desperate to figure out what do I need to do for me to continue on forward. So what we're doing is we're going to hold the dog back until that nose drops a little bit, and of course that dog will be digging in. And just the fact the dog is digging in, okay, his body's going to lower down and drop. We're going to let that line out as the body drops, as the nose comes lower to the ground. We let the line feed out, and the dog continues on. But the whole technique here, part of this technique you can do with the technique, is just knowing, okay, how to just work that line so that the nose is coming into alignment and dropping lower, coming lower, and lower down until the dog is fully into this scent picture, okay? When we talk scent picture, we're talking about the vegetative scent and the human scent together on the ground, okay? And we're, because we're working a fresh track, we're not working an old track here, that's where the scent's going to be anyway, but we want to, the dog prior is just trying to, basically just so focused on speed that they're head up, okay? And going trying to go by visual and everything else. But now what we're doing is we're bringing some influence to bear here, and we're bringing that nose down, okay? We're halting it, okay? But just temporarily, so just tap, tap, little nudge, just like the tires are squealing, okay? And then going, okay? So the goal here isn't to, is to work this technique properly so that it's not a negative that way, where it's just like, we're jamming the dog, or you're not yanking on the dog, you're just, all you're doing is slowing it down, and the dog is desperate to go forward, and then you feed it out. So technique is kind of a fluid, smooth technique, okay? It's meant to get that nose down, because again, what we want here is we want, a true tracking standard, okay? And this is going to help us when we do hard surface tracking as well, okay? My other video I'll do, talk about primary and associative scent, okay, how that all plays out. But this technique here, this is something you want to incorporate, start to do, a couple weeks into doing the basic rural track. As soon as you know you have the speed, the dog's extremely motivated, really just driving in, and now we're going to start to apply this hold and release technique to start to get that nose down to the ground, okay? Because that's important. We want that true tracking standard. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope this video is informative. Hope you have a great day.